Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee with Cop. My name's Chance. We have Stephanie today with us. She works with Claremont PD. Um, First, we're gonna hit the hard questions. We're gonna find out how she likes her coffee. How do you like your coffee?
I don't.
You don't like your
No.
coffee?
I don't drink coffee ever at all.
Oh, no coffee at all?
No.
That's right.
Yeah.
What are we drinking today?
There's water in there. There's absolutely water.
Right.
And there's no caffeine in there either. So
Which is unusual for you. We were talking earlier. You said you do drink caffeine, just not in coffee form.
copious amounts of caffeine.
Copious
Copious.
amounts of caffeine.
Like 400 milligrams in the morning. And then, I mean, if we're like really rocking and rolling, I might drink some more in the afternoon. Usually by like 2 or 3, I'm just ready to hit up the caffeine content again.
So 400 milligirlies in the morning.
Yes.
What does that look like? Like, how do you get your caffeine? How are you getting it?
So I drink like the powder packets, like Alani. So they come in a can, but they also come in powder packets, and that's how I justify drinking so much caffeine is that I
Because
put
it's powder.
yes, and I put it in water. So if I drink like one packet's 200 milligrams, that's definitely for amateurs. So then I put in 2 in like a 30. Well, that's a 24 ounce. So we're really kicking it in high gear today. But usually it's like a 32 ounce bottle of, water. And so that's how I justify drinking so much of it.
I'm not familiar with the Alanis, but is that like a diuretic? Like,
I don't know. I'm not really sure.
so like green tea. If you drink green tea, it counts as water. Can you can't count these as water? Like
I do.
Coffee doesn't count as water. Like even though you brew the coffee through water,
Yeah.
coffee doesn't count as water because it's a diuretic. So it makes you.
I don't know. I've not really paid enough attention to that.
Okay.
So
But you love caffeine.
I do.
So that's the
Yes.
bottom line.
So much
We love
caffeine.
caffeine, and that's our.
Yeah, it's probably a problem. Sometimes I think that like that will probably be how I go, like a caffeine overdose, or like if I were to ever have to quit caffeine cold turkey, like all hands on deck. You better watch out because it's like
600 milligrams, just the heart stops.
yeah, we're just done.
Okay.
So I mean, hopefully I'm around somebody, but who knows? So
That's a lot of caffeine.
that is a lot of caffeine.
Well, is there a reason why you drink that much caffeine?
Well, now I mean, I don't know that I love it. Now it's like an addiction for sure.
Sure.
I
The
don't.
headache would be insane if you ever came off of that.
Yeah, you have no idea. Yep, it's like a migraine almost. But I think, well, I was saying earlier, but like I work 2 jobs, and so, but I think it started well before that. I can't really remember like how long ago, but I also work like overnights sometimes. So there are times where like I get like 2 or 3 hours of sleep. So caffeine just keeps me going.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
I worked an overnight job before I drank caffeine.
Oh.
So that's kind of weird. Especially when I was going to barber school.
Yeah.
I went to barber school from 9 to 5.
Sure.
I'd go take a nap and then I'd go work 11 to 6.
Yeah.
Go back to school. But I didn't do caffeine. I was scared. Honestly, weird thing about me, I was scared of drinking any type of caffeine. I didn't do coffee. I didn't do energy drinks. People were like, you should drink a Red Bull. And I was like, I think my heart might just stop. Like I was scared of any
I think that
caffeine
could,
at all.
yeah, people are nervous about that, and people do have that reaction, but not me. No.
Well, I drink coffee now. I started
Yeah.
drinking coffee, I don't know, a couple years ago or something like
Yeah.
that. But I drink my coffee people make fun of me, chocolate milk and cold brew. That's what I do.
I feel like that sounds delightful. I would
like it.
try it.
I like
but
chocolate milk. So.
Yeah. Where do you get your chocolate milk from though?
That depends. If I'm in a pinch, I get the little Fairlife Core Power 42 grams protein shake. I have a raw milk plug that I have, so I do that as well. Okay. And then I'll put protein powder in that. I
also drink protein powder. I like the clear protein because it doesn't taste like, it's not like super chalky.
Oh, I do the chocolate milk.
Yeah. What about like from like McNamara chocolate milk over at Max Maple on Plainfield? That's not a plug. It is a plug. No one told me to do that.
Okay.
But the chocolate milk is so good.
I'm unfamiliar with that. I've never been there. No, I have a friend that has some cows.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do they make chocolate milk?
They don't make chocolate milk, they
Oh.
just make the milk and then
Oh,
put the
okay.
protein powder in it.
Just kidding. Just
They
kidding.
got brown
Go
cows.
chocolate cows over there.
They have
I'm
brown
just
cows.
kidding.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
So talk to me a little about your role with Claremont PD.
So my very specific role, so ACERT, so I'm an ACERT coordinator. ACERT stands for Adverse Childhood Experiences Response Team. Nobody remembers that. Nobody needs to remember that. Um, I call myself the trauma response coordinator. It seems to just stick a little bit better and people can understand that. So a lot of what I do is just case management, like one-on-one, working with families, with individuals who in this role specifically have children who have been exposed to super like a total lots of different traumatic events. So, but the way that I like to describe it is like what's traumatic to me not is not necessarily going to be traumatic to you and vice versa. So it could be anything from like domestic violence to chronic neglect, right? Like dirty houses, um, I mean, car accidents, shootings, knock on wood, things like that. So all sorts of different types of trauma that can have sort of like this long lasting effect on kids. And so what I do is I the process of it is that I receive referrals from the guys and girls at the PD. And I also read the logs. So I have access to all of that stuff. And they send me a referral. It's on a piece of paper, but I've always prided myself on like, I don't care how you get it to me. Shoot it to me in like a gum wrapper. I don't care. We're small enough where I don't feel like I have to be so official. Like you get it to me and I'll do the rest.
Mhm.
Um, so they get it to me. Give me as much information as they possibly can. And then I turn around and reach out to those families and say, hey, like I got this referral from, whoever. And then once that happens, I try to set up like a face-to-face meeting with them. Sometimes they don't want that. That's okay. Everything that I do through my position is voluntary. You're not required under any like circumstance to work with me, which I actually think works in my favor
Mhm.
because prior to this position here, I actually worked at DCYF in Claremont for 11 years. And so there's policies and statutes and laws that they have to follow. And so obviously, therefore, like you as the workers had to follow those things. And it doing this job, I feel like sort of is like the same thing, but less stressful and
Mhm.
there's not as many cases. So I can do kind of what I want. Like I sort of have free reign of the program. It's mine. And people like that, So if I call a
Yeah.
family and say, hey, listen, I got this referral, I always try to throw out there, I like this is completely voluntary. And not very many people are like, go pound sand. Nobody, I have not had one person. I'll have people say, like, no, thank you, not right now,
Right.
but nobody that is, like awful. Whereas in my previous position, people are like, I don't think so. Absolutely
Yeah.
not. Um, and then I go out and meet with them and, like I bring law enforcement with them. Some of what some of like the point of the ACERT program is to kind of break down those barriers between law enforcement and the community. So, some people have a tendency to look at law enforcement in that negative aspect. Let's show the community that they're people just like the rest of us. So, I'll bring them with me if at all possible. And we just engage in conversation and then based on how those conversations play out is how I then make referrals to community supports and services that we have here in Sullivan County.
Mhm.
So that's sort of the gist.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Well, that's fun. You enjoy it?
I do.
You like it better than DCY?
Um, Yes, like, social work has always been my jam.
Mhm.
I mean, I'll even go back to, like, when I was little and used to see those, like, Sarah McLachlan commercials with the dogs and the singing of the angels, and you cry and you just wanna do all the things.
Yeah.
I would
Especially susceptible to them.
Correct, correct. I still want to rescue all the puppies, like, give them all to me. I can't fit them in my home, but give them all to me. So, I remember, like, sitting at my grandmother's dining not dining room, her, this little like breakfast nook and being like, I want to take all the puppies and I'm gonna like get a castle and I'm gonna do this.
Make a
And then yeah, I'm
castle.
gonna get a castle and like save all the animals like 101 Dalmatians, right? Um, and then as I got older, I was like, I can't do that, but I can rescue humans. And so
Sure.
ever since I was probably in like high school, it's always just, I knew that's where I was going. And then I went to college. Um, for human services. They didn't have social work back then. That
Mhm.
was a really long time ago, it feels like. And then, yeah, I got that position at DCYF shortly after. I mean, it was like a couple of years, but I did like teaching, like the littles before then. Um, I love that position. Like
Mhm.
DCYF is it's a tough job and people don't always understand that. They think, you know, we're in it for the money. Like I wish, or like there'll be people who are like, well, you get a stipend for every time you remove a child. I this sounds awful. I wish, because I would have made a lot more money. Um, like, that sounds so bad, but it's not
A lot of
even.
misconceptions.
Yes,
Yeah.
and, like, if you only knew how much work went on behind the scenes to do what child protection workers do. And so when I got this opportunity to take on this role, it was really because of the flexibility. Like I've got kids of my own who
Mhm.
are all in sports, and I wanted to be able to watch them grow up and play those sports, and that's just not as feasible in child protection.
Yeah.
So coming into this role, I do a lot of the same work. I just don't have the same like policies and procedures that I would have had to have followed over there in that realm. Um, and because my caseload is so low, I can do literally like as much as I want with these families.
Yeah.
So it just feels more personal. It feels like I have the ability to make a I don't want to say like a bigger difference. But I say I have all the time in the world,
Yeah.
and I really do.
It's
Like I
definitely a different difference. You get to focus on different things for sure.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. How
Mhm.
many animals do you have?
I have 1 fish.
One fish. I thought you
So
were gonna go and start adopting. You wanted to build a castle
so
and
I
stuff.
would love to have a castle, but I can't have animals outside of service animals and apparently fish. So we have a betta fish and his name is Swim Shady.
Swim shady. What
Yeah.
kind of fish is it?
He's a beta. He's like a blue,
Okay.
whatever Chinese fighting fish. He doesn't fight anything because he just hangs out in his
Yeah.
tank.
I learned about betta fish because they kill other fishes,
They do,
right?
yeah, you don't put them in with other. I mean, I think you can put them in with females because otherwise you wouldn't have babies, but you can't put, like, males together because they'll do the thing and they fight, and then I don't need dead fish in the bottom of my fish tank. So, I have 2. I have 1, I have Swim Shady at home, and then we have Louie at work, so
At
that.
the
Mhm.
police department?
Yeah, you feel free to come over and see Louie anytime you'd like.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
What color is he?
He's also blue, but I didn't pick him out. I sort of foster to adopted
Somebody
him.
dropped him off with you, and then you were
Mm.
like, "I'll watch him for a week," and now
And
it's been how long?
almost 2 years. And I had
Okay.
no idea that this beta fish would last that long. I had no clue.
Yeah,
I was like, "Well,
I didn't think that fish lasted that long.
I didn't think so either." But he's living the lap of luxury in his little tank with his lights and, his heater and his like, pretend plants.
Is he, like, famous in the barbershop or in the
In the barbershop? No,
not
not
in the
yet, but I'll
barbershop.
be happy to
And
bring him
is he famous at the PD?
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
like, people walk in, they're like, "What's up, Louie?"
Yeah. So, Officer Dunning calls him, I think Frank or Fred. She'll correct me after she sees this if this part gets, on there. So
It'll make it.
yeah, it should, because I mean, who doesn't love Louis? But I'm not going to say everyone loves Louis because I don't think everyone loves Louis, but I do have people who will take care of him on the weekends when I'm not there.
Okay.
And so,
So,
it's
Louie's watched after.
Louis is watched after. It takes a village to raise a fish. And we are killing it. So, I
For
mean,
2 years.
yeah, for 2 years. I think it'll be like 2 years in November-ish that we've had this fish. And I genuinely had no idea that he would last this long.
So, like, what are the responsibilities of a police fish? Is it
He's my emotional support fish. So like
Okay.
if we have like littles, I mean all of our, guys, most of our guys and girls, there's not many of us girls, but we
Mhm.
all have kids and so they'll come in and they get to see Louie and I don't let them like play a Darla and
Oh, no
whack
tapping
no,
the
we don't
glass.
tap on the tank. That'll scare him and I don't want to please don't have a heart
Yeah,
attack. He's
Louis if Louis has a heart attack, it's not because of 600 milligrams of caffeine.
correct. Correct. So yeah, he doesn't have a huge role, but he's a great addition to the
He's a good team member.
he's a
Okay.
great he's quiet, he doesn't make, he doesn't fuss. I do think that he he's a special fish. So like you can hear him like whack his face on the side of the tank when you put food in. But he's also it's like Pavlov's dog. He is like trained. So I come in the morning and he's just sitting. There's like a hole in the top
Mm,
of the cover.
just waiting for
He's just
breakfast.
sitting there like, okay. And then I turn on the light and he just like I don't think he probably doesn't wag like a dog,
Yeah,
but in my eyes, he gets really excited
sure.
to see, the light turn on and but you have to there's training that comes with having a fish. You I mean, have you ever had a fish?
No, I had a
Okay.
roommate that had a fish,
Okay.
and then the fish died.
Yeah, and it probably went down the toilet.
I don't know.
Oh,
There's a longer story to that,
longer
but
story to that
it's
for another day.
certainly not appropriate for the interview.
I would like to hear that after the fact.
Okay.
So when you feed said fish, it's like 2, 3, 4 at most, these like little tiny
Little
pellets.
pellets, yeah.
Yeah. So one time there was an officer that I will leave unnamed. He knows who he is.
Mm,
He gave him like a handful. And I noticed this because they were all at the bottom of the tank
mhm.
when I came in, like, the following Monday. And I said, excuse me, sir, man, that I'll continue to remain unnamed. How many did you feed him? And he was like, oh, like a handful. He has large hands. So it wasn't like a toddler
Mhm.
size handful. It was a regular size man handful of pellets. And I was like, no, 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 no. We do like 3. And then it kind of was like this running joke where he's like, well, on Sundays he gets really good breakfast. So he gets like 5, 5 at most.
All right. Well, you gotta tell me what it is
I
afterwards.
will.
All right. Good.
I will.
What'd you go to college for?
Human services.
Oh, you said that
Yeah.
actually. I remember that. No,
Yeah.
I have bad memory
That's
sometimes.
okay.
Goldfish memory. So
Yeah. Yep.
Uh, and so that translated, and then, are you from here?
Not
Where
originally.
are you from?
So I was born in Rhode Island.
Sure.
And then I was there until I was 11 and a half
Hmm.
and then moved up here and I've
To
lived
Claremont.
nope. So have you ever heard of the town Thetford, Vermont?
Mhm.
So I lived there for a while, went to Thetford Academy, and now I'm giving out all of my personal life, but that's fine. Um,
Did you graduate valedictorian?
yes, duh.
Okay.
No, I did not. Absolutely not. Graduated from Thetford Academy back in
You don't have to say
2000
that.
2000, and we'll leave out the numbers after that. Yeah,
Right.
not 2000.
2021.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
that one. And then went to Linden State College up in Lyndonville, Vermont, which is no longer titled Linden State College. It's University of Vermont Linden campus, I
They
think, or
did that with
something. All the
all of those, I
Vermont.
think,
Yeah,
because what is it? Vermont, some technical school in Vermont
yeah.
just switched over
Yep.
to that.
So, VTC probably.
Sure.
Vermont Technical College.
Sure.
Yeah. So I just call it the Linden edition.
Mhm.
But went to college up there and there's nothing to do up there. It's quite boring.
Mhm.
Not that I wouldn't recommend it to anybody, but like if you just want to spend all of your time outside, great. I'm not overly outdoorsy. I'll do the outdoor thing, but I don't want to like live out there
Right.
in the woods.
So did you enjoy it then?
It was fine.
It was fun. Did your 4 and got out?
What's that?
You did your 4 and got out?
I did my 4 and got out.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
so how did you wind up in Claremont?
So, actually my job at DCYF. So, I mean, we had remained in like the Upper Valley area.
Sure.
So, kind of bounced a little bit just, growing up. But then I found this position
Mhm.
and it just made sense. We
Yeah.
found a really cute apartment that I don't live in now, but um and then yeah,
And then here we are.
and here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. Well, have you enjoyed your time with Claremont? Like,
The
how
city,
long have you been with Claremont PD?
it'll be 4 years in
4
November.
years. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I like to say that they're stuck with me. Sucks to suck. Sorry. Just kidding.
I mean, from what I've heard, people like you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Well,
Um,
don't appreciate that from me.
oh,
Appreciate that from
well,
the people like
I'm
you.
gonna public service announcement when I get back. Yeah, I heard it. I heard it. Y'all said that you liked me. I've always had this like weird, I don't want to call it like a niche, but I've always wanted to work in law enforcement, but it never made sense at the time. Like their schedules are wonky, and I
Sure.
had like littles, babies
Yeah.
at the time. And so it was one of those things where I just wasn't willing to part with them. And, now their schedules, I mean, you probably know, but like they're the split schedule. So like 6A to 6P or
Oh,
6P
yeah.
to 6A and the rotating system and all of that.
Yeah.
Um, it wasn't always like that, but I was like, I just can't, I don't want to be away from my kids that much.
Sure.
But when Mark Chase was the chief a while ago, I used to always be like, "So, you want to make a position for me? I don't care what it is. I'll sweep your floors. Like, get me in the door." I really didn't care what I was doing. I've just always loved being like a part of the law enforcement community.
Sure.
And then when I was over at the at DCYF, I was sort of like their in betweener, their liaison of
Right.
making sure that things kind of ran smoothly between the two agencies because we work very closely with them.
Yeah.
But at the time, I worked very closely with Claremont PD,
Right.
and just wanted to make sure that we always had everything going as smooth as possible.
Yeah.
And then this position sort of fell in my lap and I was like, sold.
Yeah.
I don't care what it takes. Sold.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
now I'm here.
Cool.
Yeah.
What else do you do outside of work?
I like to say I hike.
Okay.
I do hike. I'm not great at it, but I mean, I'm still here. I do have several, like battle wounds and scars from hiking and tripping. I'm a little clumsy. I'm not terribly clumsy, but this is water still. Okay, not coffee. Um, my sister and I climb Mount Washington a couple
Sure.
times. So we've done that.
That's pretty hefty.
Yeah, now I'm gonna freeze on what the number, like the feet of elevation is. 6,000 and change. It's a good one.
Somebody knows.
Yeah, somebody knows. I probably know, but it's goldfish memory.
Hmm.
It's just not there. But we're checking off like the 48 4,000 footers. I don't know if you're aware of that, but in the state of New Hampshire, there's 48 4,000 foot elevation like mountains.
Sure.
And so each year we check off a couple. And
Nice.
hopefully before I hit like 75 and I'm like crippled and can't walk up the mountains, then we'll have checked them
How
off.
many are you at right now?
I think we have like 6 or 7.
Okay.
We just started like 2 years ago. We
Yeah.
on a whim, we're like, let's do this. It's
Cool.
probably a poor choice at
Is
my
Mount
age.
Washington the highest?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Yeah.
the rest,
And
the rest are
the
easy. You just got to get there.
Sort of. So we did like a couple years ago we were going to do Washington and then we were like trekking up the mountain and we turned around to look at the view and the thunderstorms were just like roaring in and we're like that feels dangerous. So we should probably not do this one. So we backtracked and did Cannon. But Cannon was like hiking in sand uphill.
Yeah,
So
that's
that
brutal.
was yeah, it was so unfun.
I hate sand.
Yeah.
I don't like the beach.
Oh,
I
you
hate
don't?
sand.
Oh, I mean, from the ocean state. So I don't love sand like,
New Jersey?
no, Rhode Island is
I
the
know.
ocean. Wait a minute. No, I don't even know what is New Jersey? Not the ocean state.
No.
So yeah, no, I do like the ocean. But so I don't know, we're checking them off slowly but surely. I don't know how long it's going to take us. My sister's like, we should do Washington every year. And I was like,
Well, then you wouldn't.
then we
then you'd be
lose
wasting.
out.
Like
Yeah,
if
then
you can say, "Oh, if I can
exactly.
get 3 every year,"
Right.
and you use one of those on Washington, then you can
Yeah.
only get 2 a year,
Right.
but
And
it'll
so
take you 12 years.
correct. And that's just I probably don't have 12 years
You
because
probably
of the
do.
amount of the amount of caffeine that I drink.
The caffeine
So
should get you up faster.
you would think that it would, but it doesn't. It just keeps me like baseline.
And then you need a couple extra
Yeah.
milligrams.
Yeah. Uh-huh. It's it's bad, but it's fine. It's fine. I'm still here and I'm thriving. I'm so good.
Okay.
So good.
Alright.
Yeah. Outside of hiking, I don't know, like I love photography. Like black and white photography is like really cool.
Black and white. Do you take
Yeah.
black and white
Not
photography?
very great ones, but
But you do it.
yeah.
What do you
Yeah.
camera you got?
Canon something. Like that's how I don't know anything about
Like a
cameras.
Canon AE1?
No, like a Canon, not that. I don't know.
Is it a film camera?
No. No, I used to have a film
You should
camera
start
though.
shooting film.
Yes. I probably should. I did that in college,
Yeah.
like you can do like the electives
Yeah.
and they had like the
Dark.
darkroom. Thank you. So I loved that. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, they're not cheap anymore, but you used to be able to go on eBay and get a Canon AE1 for like $50. Now you
really?
probably like 150, but
Yeah, yeah.
it'd be alright.
Where can you have like where do you have developed them around here though?
You don't have, you send them in probably.
Okay.
There's a couple places they'll get you pretty fast. Return. I forget. You just search Darkroom Labs and you can just mail it in,
Yeah.
and they'll send you through the whole process. They'll develop it for you. They'll scan it for you, and it's
Really?
relatively inexpensive.
Okay.
It's not too bad.
Okay.
You want to do like more rolls, so like go through, shoot like 5 rolls, send
Sure.
them in, and get them back.
Where can you buy them like still in the store or do you have to like order the rolls online? Do they even still
Yeah, there's not a
Oh,
photography store around here, so probably your best bet is buying it online.
yeah.
That's the only problem, is it's a little bit expensive.
Yeah.
But you can get like Ilford HP5 for probably like $6-7 a roll right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
So
Okay.
that's not bad.
I should look into it because that would be really fun. Yeah, I love doing it in college. It was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. But no, I just kind of like putt around.
Or you could sell your Canon and buy a Fujifilm camera, and they do all of that in camera.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I'll show you mine
Okay.
later.
Yeah. I didn't bring mine. I wasn't expecting to talk about
No, that's all right.
photography.
It's all right. Well, you brought it
But
up. You
I
wanted to talk
know, yeah.
photography.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. Fair enough.
I
But
don't know that much about photography. Everything I know about photography, I learned from Rob.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
won't say any names, but Rob.
But Rob, yeah. Rob. The cool Rob. I don't know that many Robs.
No,
No.
Rob's pretty much my best friend.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I call him, and then he always gets off the phone with me. He's like,
Yeah, like we witnessed earlier. Look, oh, I gotta go.
yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And he always says, unfortunately. It's like, it's not unfortunate, Rob. Just say I'm
Tell
busy.
me I'm done. Like I don't want to talk anymore. We'll talk later, or we won't.
No, Rob's my best friend. I love Rob.
That's awesome.
I've been trying to get him to buy a Fujifilm camera
Oh, why do you love Fujifilm more
Uh,
than
more than
others?
I just like it. It's easy.
Okay.
It's easy for me.
Okay,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they look cool.
and they look cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's pretty much it.
sure.
I think that matters.
It-
Having
yeah.
something that you like in your hand. it's
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, this looks cool.
Absolutely. I just had a friend of mine who is like really good at photography. He said he bought like a $7 like camera at the antique store and it's like it like fits in your pocket and he takes wicked cool pictures with it. I'm like, I want one of those. I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't use it, but for $7, I mean,
Yeah. Sure.
it feels like it couldn't be that much of a waste of money.
Yeah.
So I probably won't, but it's a cool concept.
You know what they say the best camera is?
The disposable ones.
No.
Oh.
The best camera that you can possibly have.
What's that?
The one that you have with you.
My eyes.
No. Whatever you have on you.
Oh,
to
I was
take
going to say my
pictures.
eyes are terrible. Don't go by my eyesight. I'm blind.
If you buy a $4,000 camera, but you never bring it with you anywhere, then your phone's better of a camera than the
Yeah.
other one is, because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
take more pictures of it.
Do we want to get on the topic of of cell phones and like Apple versus Android?
Sure. What kind of phone you got?
An Android.
You have an Android.
Yeah. I wasn't always an Android. I'm like a newbie when it
Okay.
comes to Android.
What kind of
And
Android do you have?
a Samsung S25 Ultra because I wanted that fancy pen.
Bro, I hate the names that they have for phones. They got way too many names,
They
bro.
do they do have too many names. I've always been an Apple user,
Mhm.
like, always loved iPhones, um, but it felt like every single time I got a new one, like, the camera just was not what I was expecting it to be, and that's the only reason. I mean, obviously, you make phone calls with your phone, but I
Sure.
don't care about that. I always just wanted it for the
Yeah,
camera.
they all call it the same.
Exactly, exactly. Because I've got kids and I have 15,000 pictures, not really a joke, of my kids doing stupid things or not stupid things like sports and all that stuff. And I
Sure.
wanted to be able to keep it like all in one spot. And so then I had a friend of mine who had continuously bugged me. He knows who he is, who was like, get an Android, get an Android, get an Android. And I kept putting it off and putting it off. And then finally I was like, fine. So I did it, and
Sure.
I love it.
You love it.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
They say that Apple is like the most user friendly. Have you like had trouble switching?
There have been, like, things where I'm like, "Oh," but I think that that's just normal with, transitioning from one thing to another.
Yeah.
I but I like everything else on this phone better, and so, like, I just brought my kids to a concert on Thursday.
Mhm.
We saw Bailey Zimmerman. I don't know
Sure.
if so,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
um
I had a friend go to that concert. Who went? Can't remember.
Okay, but a friend
Yeah.
went, and if I were to so we were out on the lawn, um, if I were to zoom in and I can only speak on, like, the iPhone, probably 14 is what I had
Hmm.
prior to switching. If I were to try to zoom in and see Bailey from there, it would be so grainy and so pixelated, and I would be really mad.
Hmm.
Not this guy over here that's hanging out with my caffeine.
Yeah.
He is like, they're so good, and you can zoom in times like 100, and it's obviously a little granulated when you zoom into 100,
Sure.
but you can see so much, and I just that's the only reason I wanted. That's the only reason I care about a good phone.
Yeah. Well, you
Is
can do a lot more things with an Android, I guess. Like you
yes,
can download all kinds of
yeah,
garbage that you can't do on a
correct.
Apple,
And
but you can
there's a
also get
pen.
malware.
I don't Do I need that?
No, you don't want that. That's
Oh,
that's
okay.
like that's like viruses and
Oh,
stuff like that. Yeah,
on an
yeah,
Android.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a little bit
You got to be
tricky.
careful,
Yeah,
but you can get like protection from that.
yeah. And it comes with a pen that you can write and, like, not take pictures with a pen, but, like, my kids will write notes on my phone, and then I find them in weird places.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
You can just get a stylus with an Apple phone.
but where would you put it?
I don't know. Do you carry a purse?
Yeah, but not all the time. The stylus on on the Android is there's a button, and so it's, like, it's built in. Whoa.
You're a good salesperson. There's actually in this room right now. There's only one iPhone user, and I'm not going to say any names because I don't want to bust Rob out.
It's not
But
me.
Rob is the
Right.
only iPhone user in this room.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you have?
I have a Google Pixel.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I love it. I started. I mean, well, I had like a Samsung J7 or something like that. It's the free one that you get from Metro. I had
Oh,
that for
okay.
like several years,
Okay.
and then my cousin showed me the Google Pixel, so I bought that,
Yeah.
and then that one broke in half.
Oh, no.
I pinned it in the door. I was closing a door, and it broke in half. So then I had to get a new
Next
one.
time, don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Unsolicited advice for the day.
So yeah, now I have a Google
Huh.
Pixel, and I love it.
Yeah.
It's awesome. I hate iPhones.
I don't hate them, but I just feel like if you're paying a significant amount of money for a phone,
Mhm.
it better be a good one.
Yeah.
And, like, I don't think I would go back, but, like, if all of a sudden Androids were like, we're gone, I would be fine
Sure.
with the Apple, but, I definitely am loving the Android business.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've considered like getting rid of the phone and
Okay.
doing like the flip phone thing again.
Like the razors, like the old school
Yeah,
razors?
like a Nokia or something like that.
Yep.
I want to do that, but I use my phone a lot for business.
Yeah. Do you not wanna text anymore? Because then you like, it'd be and then
Oh,
delete, delete,
hey man,
delete.
if I could never get a text message ever again, you
Yeah.
have no idea how much more peace I would have in my
Yeah,
life.
I can get behind
I
that.
get so many texts.
I'm sure. I'm sure. Mine is just my kids. I'm bored. My sister's doing this. She pulled my hair. I
Mhm.
mean, it's a lot of like, just tattling on each other via
Yeah.
text message.
Okay. All right. Hey.
Welcome to having a 12-year-old.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm scared of 12-year-olds.
Oh, I mean, she's not that scary, but I
They're all
mean,
scary.
no.
Yeah.
Come on. I would be more afraid of my 7-year-old.
Sure.
Yeah. She'll beat you up. I mean, she like no mercy with that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
The oldest is like the sweet one that follows the rules and does what she's told, and the second one's like she just she rules the roost. I mean, I don't need to like put her in her place, although I can put her in her place.
Sure.
But yeah, she's the scary one.
Okay. Well, you gotta have one, right?
Yeah, and it's
There's
usually
always
the
a
second
scary
one.
one. Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mhm.
I believe that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming through.
Thank
This
you for
was
having me.
awesome
This
having you
was
here.
way less stressful than had anticipated. I don't like talking about myself, but like in like a question formatted way. Like if it's in
Sure.
conversation, it's cool.
Yeah.
But I was like, oh, what's this guy gonna? How are we gonna talk about ACERT work for like however long we talk about it?
Yeah.
But
It's not. You don't have to worry about it.
yeah, no, this was
I had a
fun.
list.
You did?
Yeah, I got all
Did
the
you?
questions done. We're
Oh,
good.
good. I was gonna say if you have any other ones, but no.
No.
Cool. Well, thanks for having me. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on. It was fun.